Ah, you are indeed. I am just trying to... There we go. Come on. Oh, it's working. It's slowly. How are you doing there, boss? Good to see you. Haven't even got my messages out yet. That was taking a bit of time for me to get feedback on the old thing there. Welcome. We are back in No Man's Sky, and it's a Tuesday, not a Thursday, just to really mix things up for people. Mainly because Diablo 4 is, well, it goes live today, but the servers are always a complete mess. And I think last time it was taking between 1 to 2 hours for some people to be getting connected. So, and then of course if you got kicked out, something happened, you'd have been stuck and unable to rejoin for another however long. So not wanting to take the risk. We're going to do some D4 on Thursday instead, which means new character, everything, which I will be waiting until Thursday to actually design the character as well, so people will be able to have a bit of a say and input and a complete giggle at how much of a bollocks I'm going to probably make of it. Right, just get a few more messages put out. I did drop the first of 2 pumpkin videos for people to have viewing. It's only about 1 minute 40 long. It only contains a couple of pumpkins, but I've been trying to work to clear the backlog of everything that needs doing, because I've got 2 videos I'm about to start making, but I have another pumpkin video which is ready to go. I just need to do the thumbnail and set it up, and come on. Don't you love it when you go to do something and it's like, no, you need 4 pixels visible before we can do that. And it's like, no, I don't need 4 pixels before I can do that. That's a lie. What are you playing at, you know? So there we are. We have got our messages out. We get rid of the pop-up messages because we're always getting pop-up messages. Oh. You got your first, got your first cup of coffee. Well, it's needed. Coffee is needed. Oh, hang on a minute. I'll just fall off these steps. I really do wish they'd make it so when you walked on these steps you couldn't just fall off the sides, because it's really annoying. Right, let's get on board the ship. So yes, I have to say I've been looking forward to the Lord of Hatred, but bit of a funny sentence to say that, really. So yes, no problem there, boss, anytime. But yes, we're I think Mia's covering tomorrow. She's going to do some, so she'll get her character underway, and I'm going to, like say, be starting my character, and Mia will hopefully be joining me. I'm going to be starting at my normal Thursday time and potentially going for 2 hours doing a special stream, with it being the brand new thing. I know some people will already have been covering the thing by then, but yep, that's all part of the giggles, isn't it? Ooh, something just judded me timbers there. So the thing is, I decided that in between everything, we're going to do I finished off the golf course. I still made a mess of the coordinates, so I had to take the coordinates back out the description, and I haven't put the correct ones back on yet. Hang on a second. Resume previous design. Do I have something? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to do a bird of prey, got the basic design done, and then I gave up on it. Let me just come out of there. Wait, hang on a minute. There's something wrong. Confirm modifications. Okay, hang on. Confirm changes. Oh, there's something wrong with that ship. That's why I never finished it. Okay. Well, I think what we'll do... Hang on, it's now no longer showing there. Hang on a minute, we've got something wrong here. There is definitely something weird going on. Oh no, there it is. Okay. I wanted to make the wings thinner, but it's one of those weird connection issues that they had. I'll just give this a quick test fly. I did decide what I wanted to do is make a brand new, complete flying workshop. So we want everything. I was going to have a full swept wing design on this, but yeah, and there's more guns on this than is actually showing there, so that's a bit on the weird side. Right, if I go into picture mode, let's have a look what this... Yes. Yeah, this was a test that I was going to do to get some basic shape, which is why it's completely not got the swept wings or anything. But then I hit a problem. Hey, we like a big bit of adult human. we like big adult humor here. Some people think my jokes go too far, but well, someone once asked me about my Discord and said, why don't you have a not safe for work channel? I said, simple, because my whole Discord is not safe for work. I don't know if they got the joke. Well, that's not so much a joke, really. Anyway, so this was a ship that was broken. It's now flying, so I can go back to this design at some point, but this is not what I want to work on. And you're right about the long... yeah. Actually, it's one thing I wanted to avoid on the next ship that we're doing. Someone did do, if I'm not I can't remember, it's the video is probably still on YouTube. Somebody did do a flying penis, right? It's yeah. No, I think you probably just have to do a search for it, because I can't remember the name of the guy who did it. I have to say that there was some extra stuff put onto it. They allow a certain amount of bad language. It's just a case of they don't want you to do it in the first section. I think it's the that bit that auto plays. Don't have it in there. Best idea to avoid it in the first, say, minute or two. Don't overly do it. That's the other thing as well. Good morning, KO. Good to see you. Nice to see you on this fine Thursday morning. Actually, that's cruel of me, sorry. It is Tuesday, yes. It is Tuesday. Oh, right, legs. She's got legs. Right, right, we're gonna go here. Now I'm trying to. Yeah. Well, as I was saying before, Diablo 4 releases, but it's buggy as hell. So I'm going to be doing that Thursday. So what I was going to do Thursday, I'm going to do today, and we're having a bit of fun with some Corvettes, or at least one Corvette for now. And we're going to try to make it. So actually, I just thought I need to yeah, I need to go to coloration. Right, what color are we making this? I don't want to make it too ugly. Because that's the thing with this. The coloration doesn't necessarily. Is that green going to work? That green's probably not going to work, is it? Tell you what, we'll start off with white and black, and we'll see. Oops. We'll see how we go. Right, I'm going to put that there. We're actually. Thinking of Boss's comments earlier, we are actually going to have the cockpit back a bit, so we're not going to have such a long run to it. And no, this will not obviously not be a flying penis. But what I do want is to be able to. I really need like a double. we need a double entry point. Right. Generators. No, you see, I am so good at pressing the wrong button. I love the fact you can back out and jam it up with one single press, but you have to press and hold even when you just want to go back into modification. Generators. That's launch costs. That one is hyperdrive. I'm not really bothered about hyperdrive. If I are we still on the right color scheme? Yes, we're still on the right color scheme. So if I put you there and you there, this is going to be interesting. Go back to triangle. This is going to be silly. So no. So I can put the access doors directly to a like that. So you basically walk into the reactor. I mean, that's just silly. Let's just remove that. Right. Oh, I've done it again. This is the other problem when you play all those other different games. There's nothing wrong, actually. The technical name, yes. Does it? Who's after yes? What should I use? Titan, Thunderbird, or Ambassadorial? Ambassadorial seems quite bright but straightforward. If I put you there, that doesn't quite look as pale. That definitely doesn't look as pale. No, that's darker. That's that. If I go to the red and then invert, no. Have they messed with the colours on this? That doesn't seem as pleasant as it used to be. Right. Right, and we're going to stick you there. This is the... Oh, stop pressing that button. Right. Although technically, I suppose I could do a thing. So we're actually going to have the cockpit up the top. But it means putting a secondary launch here. So if I put a single there, put that. This is probably going to cause huge problems if I put this here, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to cause problems. Right, hang on. Let's stick a cockpit in. I'm going to have to... I could, yeah, let's just stick you there for a second. Can I actually run up underneath that one? Alright, I'll have to do a test. But we need the extra bits and pieces that we're going to hoy in. The idea is that we're going to have a ship, like I say, that's got everything that you need, including every single storage container and everything that you need. We need to hoist some engines on this. Right, I can't go lower than that, can I? No. So I'm having that as you consider right now. Yes, the button plane. I mean, I've not been played ESO for a long time, but obviously I'm in 76 every day, and jumping between 76 and a few other games, and of course Small Lands that I've been playing a couple of times on stream. Those buttons are fairly similar to 76, but there's a couple that are different. But there are other games I've been playing. Of course, I've been doing the Gears of War, which doesn't help, because that's been messing up my fun time with that. Right, I need to... Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, thankfully some do allow you to change things quite nicely, whereas some of the others, it's like, doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to improve what you've got. It's like when I was talking about yeah, let's pop you there. This is going to be a weird design. I want it to be well shielded, amongst other things. There we go. Luckily, some of these parts go over the top of each other. But yes, the buttons. I mean, I do try to see what there is with the thing. Hello there, Mia. How you doing? Good to see you. Good morning. I hope you are well coffeed in hand. Actually, that makes it sound like you've got coffee when you haven't. But there you go. Duplicate. Oh, hang on. Did I hit the button by mistake? There we go. Right, so we've got 4 big ass engines on the back, 3 sets of. You can even stick an engine right in the middle if you wanted to stop yourself from being able to go anywhere. Right. I also think, if I'm not mistaken, you can do the thing. Small Lands. Well, Mia's addicted to it. but I have to say I've been spending a fair bit of time myself, and so has Star. Welcome, Star. How you doing? Working and lurking? Good. We've all been having some fun and games in there, and it is been taking up a lot of time. Would that look silly if I stuck that on there? Actually, not as silly as you think. Right. I know that it's only a certain number of things that actually give you your weapons usage. Right, shielding. I haven't got weapons on yet. Should we do some weapons? Let's have a look. Right, let's get some info-knifage. 1, 2, 3, 4. I might move that support leg backwards a bit actually, because I need something beaky on the front. Right, move. Right, put you there. What do we have in the beaky side of things? I mean, unfortunately, the fact it will... Hang on a minute, it will let me put a second cockpit on the front? It will let me put a second cockpit on the front. Seriously? It never used to. Does that mean you can even stick one in there? Oh god, you can. That's mad. Right. Deflector shield, ion barriers, high energy shield, defense. Got a defense noodle field generator. And can I actually put 2? Oh, I can. In which case, haha! Okie doke. Excess cockpits installed. I've just noticed that. I'm sorry. If there's excess cockpits installed, why did you let me put the thing down in the first place? You know, I mean, for anyone who's played Forever Skies, you can put multiple cockpits in, and that's quite useful if you're building a wide ship, because you can do like the old well, it's not so old, the cruise liner approach, or being able to see from whichever side you're closest to. Or the new thing in ESO starts on Wednesday, which means, of course, Wednesday will be murder for anyone trying to play ESO, just like today is a problem for Diablo 4. Yeah, I think every game that's basically got a live service component. Oh, we play Sky as well, and you can have some relatively amusing things. Right, finalize current design. Unable to finalize excess cockpits. Well, I want the one at the top, so I will take that one off. Now we've got to... I need to stick something up front. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Right, hang on. We can put tanker pieces on, which I think is quite good. I can stick them on and it would actually hide the info knives. But I'm not sure that. But, oh, I can stick it there. Oh, can you rotate them? Hang on. It says you're meant to be able to rotate, but it's not rotate. Because if you could rotate them, you could do yourself a mini version of like the frigates, which would be quite cool. Right, where is the parts I want aren't available, are they? I've got the radar. I don't have the Atlas parts on this save. Hello there, Teflon. Merry Christmas. How are you doing? Welcome to Thursday. Sorry, that I'm going to have to stop doing that joke. Okay, hang on a minute. So that fits there, but I can't get it to fit. Right, okay. So is Teflon having a good day? That is a question. Yeah, I've just lost the piece I was looking for. This is not the piece you're looking for. Yeah, it's not the piece I was looking for. Where is... Oh, because it's there. Right. So, if you could scale that, you could do yourself... Shit, what was the film called from... Sunshine. That was the film. They had a big thing. Hello there, Nell. How are you doing? This isn't Diablo. You're absolutely right. I did actually change my schedule just before going live. Mia and I were having a conversation about Diablo, and considering the problems that there were last time, if you do manage to connect, it could, and then the connection gets cut, would be waiting over an hour, and that's no good when you're trying to stream. So yeah, right. So I might hang on a minute. That actually fits there. I can't rotate. Okay, just because I think it's silly. Hang on. Yeah, that I think I'll probably play. This is better than Diablo. Well, I don't die as often because you know that there is that issue of potential death. I can wear a hat. Look at that. I can wear a hat. Yeah, I think we'll get rid of these off the front. So what is everyone up to anyway? It's, other than several games being mentioned which people are having fun with. I know Nell said she's going to do a bit of lurking because she'll be working as well. Plenty of people working. I need some stuff. Stuff. Oh, brain kind of failed. I might stick some greeblies on at some point, but right now, I want something pointy, like great big pointy. That's a good side panel, but it's a shame that can't be put down as a bull nose. I have seen people do some. Someone did a Venerator as well as a Star Destroyer. Well, several people have done Star Destroyers, but there's one person done an absolutely fucking amazing one. And it's quite amazing. I think I should have probably been in my other save to get these, because to do what I needed. You see, that's only halfway, so can I? Oh, I can't stick it. Hang on a minute. I don't get it. Why can't I have both of those lined up correctly and have a pointy nose? I don't get this. So this one can actually go backwards, yes. But what if I want you to go there, not on that side? That's so weird that won't allow that. I suppose I could have that for now. I wonder what I can do to back to the back to the meeting. Not a problem. Am I going to try Crimson Desert? Possibly. I mean, I know a lot of people have been playing it. There's some people have had issues. Some people have found it no issues at all. I don't know. It depends what else happens, because I was thinking of shit. What was it? Damn. Oh, I am looking at Pragmata. I've got Silent Hill F, which I've had for a while, and I haven't done. I still haven't gone back to Silent Hill 2 Remake yet. So I'll either go back to Remake and then F, or make a start on F just so people can do it. Yes, Pragmata. That's the one where you're basically in a pressure suit and you find an android that looks like a kid, and then she does all this hacking and she's got all these blue lights and shit that come out of her hands. She's totally fucking kick-ass. She rides around with you and you shoot guns and she does her bit, and you learn there's a big proper story in it. It's quite something. Not that I don't know all the story, but I do know there's quite a few people have covered the fact that there's this quite amazing story. Ooh. Hang on. If I put you and you there, take you off. If I lower myself down it, almost got a face. I need a. There really is a Four Eyes. He's not wearing glasses though. Do I like pirate stuff? To me, you've got to be careful with some of the pirate stuff, just because it either works or it doesn't. And I know there is some good, interesting games out there, but that would line up with that. So I have thought about it, but it would be a case of, well, what should I get? Because there's so many of these like piratey games out there. What is it that I should get? Because now it doesn't want to go there because of it has to click onto the side of something. In which case, hang on. Right. I need to do a temporary pop you on there. Pop you on there. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be doing windrows. Because I know Beebs has been playing it along with I was watching the thing the other day, and I'm trying to remember who it was that I was watching it. Oh yeah, now that I've got that lined up, it doesn't want to fit, so I can put I'll stick the guns underneath. Oh yeah, I still got my max boost for the guns, except for the fact I'm blinding myself with the lights that are there. I'd like to tweak that right there so it was a better fit. Is there something that you get? Yeah, dying. I do large quantities of dying as it is in games, so it would be nice not to have to worry about it too much. Yeah, I think that... Right, let's do that. Remove that. Grab that. Flip that. Stick that. I'll sort out that. I'll do some tidying up on the general design. I need to find out if I can get in this thing. Right. Compare. Add to collection. So, obviously we can go to the upstairs where the cockpit is, but we can still get into here. This is good. This is where we need to stick all of our various bits and pieces. And then we've got the short run to the cockpit. Right. We're going to give it a quick flight to see what she looks like. Because she could make a good mining platform, this one. That's not too bad at all. I haven't obviously tweaked the engine colours or anything. She seems to fly quite well. Weapons in place. Everything looks okay. Oh, let's have a quick look, see what people are... Yeah, black flags. Oh, someone was on about the fact they got the platinum on that, and they were extremely pleased that they had, because it was difficult. So, right. So I'm not getting a smooth, continuous fire. It's like swapping between the turrets. Right. Well, that's not important. We need to kit this bugger out so it's got everything we need. And then there's actually... I do need to be able to get downstairs without leaving the ship. And I also like to be able to stand on the hull, because there are times you can stand there and do mining and stuff. The other thing is, has anyone found they've had issues with the DRM matter that's been hitting Sony at the minute? All digital games, as of some point at the beginning of April, you now need... you only get like a 30-day license, and if you disconnect your console and don't connect for 30 days, the license can't re-establish itself. And then your game becomes impossible to play, even if you don't do game sharing. So, which is a bit of a arse, to say the least. Right. Right. 0. And we want... that one. So we should be able to get them all on the ship without too much bother. Must attach. Yeah, if you gave me a build camera, dude, life would be so much easier on this. And then number 4 can go there. I'm wondering, actually, looking at some of the weirdness, if it's trying to put stuff on the outside. Five, 6, 7. That's number 8. And number 9. Right. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you can do, I mean, when I think back to when I started playing, which was obviously not at the start, it was a game that I considered getting, and it was like, well, there's problems with the game, and it, you know, it was bad, to say the least. But there was definitely die-hard fans that were like, no, we're going to stick with it, we're going to keep going, you know. There we go. So we can get from that deck onto the hull. That's the important bit there. And then you look at all the updates. I mean, I think it was, is it 2.0, which was Beyond? Yeah, is it Beyond? I can't remember. I have to look at the damn case. Yes, Beyond. That's when I basically came into things. And of course, a lot of things have changed since then. So, right, ladders. Can I put a set of ladders in here? I can. Technically, that does mean I don't need to worry about the second door, but if I just wanted to run in, I'm just wondering, actually, you see, that's where the cockpit is. And you can I got stuck on something, but I can go that way. Meeting lasted 10 minutes, it was meant to be an hour. Hey, that kind of crap happens all the time. At least it happened that way, you know. Yeah, well, this is one of the things a lot of people have said. Not everyone has 24/7 connections that are guaranteed and stable. If you live over where I do, you get fucked on your speeds, and certain times of the day, internet can become unusable. I mean, if the minimum speed for everybody was at least just a gigabit rather, up and down, it would be brilliant. There is a company that's offering in the UK 2.3 gigabit. The only thing is, there are strict criteria over where you live, what kind of property you have. So, where I live, no good, because there's no infrastructure to connect to, even though I'm in a town. You know, yeah, it's a bit weird. Yeah, that's the other thing now. Blocks of flats. Where I used to live, there was a place came in, and they were going to offer 3 connection speeds from day one. A 20 by 20, which was cheap as fuck, literally. Then you had 100 by 100, and that would have replaced what I was on, and it would obviously have boosted what I was on, and it was still cheaper than what I was on. And it would have only cost me, I think, like £5 to keep my phone line. And then it was gigabit that they offered. And quite a few people said, yes, we're interested, but not enough people. Now, when Virgin Media, if you go back in the days of TeleWest, it was, yeah, that is, because of the weird numbering, it's basically a 120/40. It's such a weird thing, but they scale it and make it look like it's a bit better. I mean, I've got a 4010 where I live. I can go for a 150, and it's meant to be a 150/50, but because of where I am, I won't get anywhere near that, but I would still get better than what I'm getting at the minute, but I would lose the phone line and have to pay more. So, and yet what I would have to pay to get that 150 is, I think, 2.5 times what I would pay for the 100 by 100 at the flats. It's absolutely daft. Yes, digital rights management, DRM. And that's the problem with when you've got a fully digital game, of course, because if they decide to keep this thing running, I mean, some people are saying it's because, if you've got a game that's got potential vulnerabilities that allow you to hack a system, you would buy the game, download it, and then you would keep your system offline. So, of course, that means the game would then be unusable because of the digital rights management, and therefore you couldn't use that game for hacking the console. Alternatively, a lot of people are looking and saying, well, even if we're doing everything legitimately, what happens when Sony turns off the servers? You know. But yeah, that's it's a weird thing, because I mean, we already know that there are games which are unplayable because the servers have been turned off, never mind the ones that authenticate whether you're allowed to actually be playing a game. It's crazy. Anyway, what else am I going to be doing in this place? I forgot what I was doing. Right, so we've got that and that. This is our little nubbin at the front. Right, we will add mission radar on that side, and a refiner unit on that side. Right, good. Nutrition unit is basically the only other thing that's usable. Right, if I come into this mid-section, do I need that? Do I really need that? I don't know. I could stick one in. That would then give me a place on the other side because of shutting that off. So we can stick that there. So we've got everything other than a medical pod, which really must be wired to airlocks. Seriously? Hang on a second. I don't suppose that actually means a damn thing, but right. Ship. So, we've got some tidying up to do. Right, which one are the shields? This is the efficiency. Right, weapon. Move you along there, put you there. Boost in maneuverability, put you... I'll have to move those hab units down there. They'll have to jump across in a minute. Yes, launch cost. Launch cost. Put that there. Okay, so which ones give you the launch cost? There we go. I do have one ship that's got a staggeringly big set of stats on it, but it got messed up annoyingly by something. Right, so until it gets upgraded, there is... oh, that really doesn't want to be there, does it? Shield strength, boost in maneuverability. Let's put you... I need to swap these round, so... Right, there you go. Maneuverability is over 500. Now, hyperdrive range is low, but that's not an issue. I'm just test driving the ship, so... Right, But yes, it is a bit of a pain. I mean, I think we all end, whether we're a physical media person or not, all of us have a certain number of digital games. Games which anyone bought prior to March, or March and before this year, shouldn't find any timers. You're not going to find a timer on a PS5 because it does differently. But if you've got a PS4 wired up, and you buy a new game, you will see it under the information. The other way to test it, if you've got a PS5, and of course it's easier on a PS5 Pro because you can actually get to the CMOS battery for the clock. PS4, PS5, pop out the battery, and you'll find that a lot of the digital games, especially the ones that you bought very recently, suddenly stop working. You know, it's a crap thing to do. You're right. You know, people are spending their money, and it's a very small percentage of people who want to try to take advantage of various things. I mean, I suppose it also stops. It's like if you have a PlayStation 4 and it's... Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't believe I've got feedback on this fucker. Well, I'm going to have to turn the setting off after the stream because that was annoying. But yes, if you've got a PT on your cruise, on your console, you can sell those things for like 4 to 5 times the price of the console. With this new DRM thing, anyone who's got something like that on your console, you'll find that the game just becomes unplayable, which is a bit of a, you know. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. I mean, what happens if you decide you're just not going to play that game for a while? And then, I mean, I have several games, well, I have more than several games. I might not have touched for 6 months, but then I decide I want to go back. Well, if that game hasn't done an automatic license check at some point, what then? You know, that's the problem there, you know. Oh, I've got to do the classification of the ship, haven't I? Keep forgetting that I've got to do that. Come on, there we go. Have they tried to slow people down doing this? I think they might have done. Although that was still... I just noticed it was still showing me a B class on there. There you go. Now it's finally showing an A. Right, now I can go in and actually... Because we've got all the basic stuff we need to throw into here as well. It's a shame that you can't build something like a Corvette and then give somebody the ship. Yeah. That's the thing. A lot of people have said that, you know, if you... I mean, Microsoft, if you go back a couple of generations, they wanted to make it so they said, you know, you're always on console. And the reason behind that was the constant check-ins to make sure you're entitled to play a game. They had to roll that back, and it's why Sony did the famous advert of, if you want to share a game with a friend, this is all you have to do. And it was somebody literally handing a disc from one person to another. That wasn't an issue. Whereas Microsoft were going to make sure they weren't going to, you know... Yeah, they basically gave up on the bulk of it. They tried to resurrect over the next few generations several aspects of it. But as soon as it rears its ugly head, of course, everyone's like, fuck no, you know. I mean, you get some people who probably don't think there's an issue with it, but you've just got to think of longevity. You might move on to the next games console, but what if you've got games that only play on there that you really like, and 3 years after you bought your new shiny console, the DRM servers have glitched, they've gone down, there's an issue. I mean, we all know what it's like when PSN went down, and I mean, that's only what, last year they had an issue. If you had the disc, you could play. If you had a digital game, 90% of them wouldn't work. You know, the evidence there has said we are not ready for this always-on society that they claim. Not to mention the joys of age verification and shit as well. So, yeah, greedy, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people said, why are there actually single-player games that have zero online ability, connection or anything, and yet people are being told, oh, the game has to connect to an online server. Why? Why does it have to connect to an online server? It doesn't need to at all. Right. Ooh, it's that button now. Helps if I hit the right button first, doesn't it? You know. Right, we're going to stick you... Oh, I keep pressing the wrong one. Right. Those are there. Right. Hyperdrive can come down there. Weapon can go there. Shields. Oh, it's actually made... Oh wow, all of my shielding technology has been boosted. That's where it's put all of the thing. So all my slots are right there. I tell you what, we'll move that. Let's move my shielding down there. I wonder what I might put in its place. I wonder. Right. What I will do is, if I take that to there, and we want the resonator, because we need the resonator. I just thought, does this freighter carry parts? No, it doesn't. Never mind. I thought I was gonna be carrying lots of parts there for stuff, but I'm not. So I will move these over for now. And I'll swap these over to here. Hang on, I need to move the hyperdrive. Right.
Technology installed.
Aquajet. Oh, and the Aquajet is kind of out on its own.
Technology
Launch
installed.
boost. Was there anything else in the... Yeah, efficiency thrusters.
Installed.
I do need that, but I'm going to move it because I don't want it there. So yeah, Microsoft are renowned for doing stuff like that. I mean, we can go back to, there was a voice program which was used in a lot of video games, whether you're playing Counter-Strike or Half-Life or Battlefield or whatever, and it was called Battlecom. And the website, well, if I remember rightly, was battlecom.org. It was very good software, very simple, ran alongside everything. We used to all use it. Clans used to use it. Gamebase used to use it. Microsoft came out, they bought it. And what they basically did was screwed it, shut it down, stopped it from working, and then had their own version which didn't work as properly. I mean, they could have just said, we've bought it, so we're going to take Battlecom and implement it as maybe Microsoft Battlecom. And then they've got a product that works, but they didn't. They basically tried to take it apart, make their own version, and sunset Battlecom. And there was a lot of people who were left thinking, what the fuck have you just done with this software? I mean, it was a brilliant piece of software, you know. I haven't been into, in fact, I was saying to Boss earlier on, I haven't been into ESO for quite a long time, actually. Of course, now I would have to literally uninstall something to be able to drop it on. This is good fun, isn't it? Look, how crazy can we go on the hyperdrive? Indian drive. I haven't actually got that much in the way of stuff here. Now, I don't think this save has the purple drives, the Atlantean drives, which is a bit of a pain. Right, let me grab you. Yeah, there we go. Right, anything else on there? I could do the, yes, that one. I should have made a note of whatever the stats were before I started, but I didn't. Never mind. Right, I haven't put the other thing on. Maneuverability, though, is now up to 650, just about. Shield strength is not bad. Damage potential is reasonable. Hyperdrive range still sucks ass. But I've put no upgrades on that, so. What was that? Yeah, I do think that some of the season passes are getting really silly. I mean, I put a lot of time into 76, but that's just that. But when I look at some games, you are paying 20 to 30 a month, and some of these passes. I mean, you do get a season pass for some games, which lasts for say 2.5, 3 months, 4 months, and then you get other ones that it's a repeating thing, and one season could require 2 or 3 payments, which personally I think is a bit of a piece take. Come on, build. Right. What do we have on the decal side of things? I've just realised I went in here and this isn't where I wanted to be. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, Mia and I had a big discussion. Now, I'll tell you what was weird about that. When Mia first said to me about getting the expansion, I went in and the base model, the base version, was the same price as one of the deluxe ones. And then we had another conversation about a week and a half, 2 weeks later, and I went in and the prices were different. And I'm like, that's weird. I even have a screenshot somewhere of the original pricing, if I can dig it out at some point. And I'm like, so it's now 20 quid less than it was a couple of weeks ago, you know. But yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but I mean, I suppose at least with the different seasons, you're not really having to pay for the seasons, but the fact you need the DLCs to be able to complete the seasons, because that happened to me a couple of seasons back when I started playing, because even the very first tier, the first rank of the season, there was one thing that required you to have Vessel of Hatred, which I didn't have at the time. So that meant I couldn't actually complete that and claim it, and I couldn't claim any of the others, even if I'd done most of the objects, because I didn't have access to it. So yeah, this is the thing with some of the other games that people see this money grab, and you're like, you know, I mean, I've always hated that if you pay for a game, why are you paying for a season pass? Because to me, that's a double dip, and especially when a lot of season passes, and they've done it to Destiny and other games, where they stop you from progressing just because you didn't get the season pass. Now, obviously, Destiny, other than the latest expansion, you can basically get everything up to date for free, which is cool, but you then still have the season pass and the new expansions. I think there's either 2 or 3 expansions which are required to continue the story, beyond the free bit, that is. I'm just wondering if I should put some coloured stripes or something. I mean, you could do... I really do wish you could do... I also wish you could manage to put stuff on the sides without them going dicky, because that's annoying. Only certain parts allow you to put the numbering down. Huh. Yeah. The other thing is they still haven't given you a straight bar. They've got this strange line, but that doesn't allow you to do like decal markings in quite the same way. I'm still trying to press the thing. At least you can resize it. So you could try to do certain things, but right, we're going for a flight. We're going to go for a... Well, we are when I'm not getting stuck on parts of the ship, because that's always fun. Let's get stuck on the ship. I also need... I'm still not sure what it looks like when you're flying it from inside the cockpit, so we'll have to do that as well. Oh, hang on a minute. There is one thing I've just realised I've not done.
Technology installed.
There we go. Uh-oh. Where the hell is my gun coming from? Alright, so No Man's Sky's broken the gunfire again. I mean, that is really a cool kind of... That's really rapid fire I've got on there with upgrading everything on those things, but... Excuse me, are you illegally mining here? Did you just crash into an asteroid? Hang on a minute, can I... Not that I can really do any... You just flew into me, you twant. That is a real rapid fire, but yeah, it does look like they've kind of broken the... That really, I mean, it looks like you've got like some hypo thing shooting from behind you. Oh, ships have turned up, destroying part of the thing. Crazy. Right, let's have a look what she looks like. I also just then pressed the wrong button. That doesn't help. So, it does have every storage container that we need, which is good. So you've got access to everything on there. We've also got the the cooking bit, the mission board. I'm trying to remember everything. Yeah, it's quite cool the way you fly down. It's just a shame that the weapons are screwed. I remember after one of the other updates where, what the hell happened there with the weapons? Let's fly through that, shall we? Don't know if you... That's like it's coming... That's from below. That's from below. Now it's coming from above. That is so crazy. After one of the other updates that there was a lot of people, and it didn't matter what you were flying, but especially the Corvettes had this issue where you couldn't do anything because of the weapons fire was like so janky. I am trying to remember. I do have a base here, and I can't remember for the life of me what that base is or where it is. Hang on. Spin, spin, spin. Look at the compass, look at the compass. There we go. There we are. And it is... How is the name of my base not showing up? What's that? Yeah, you... I've got a... this one's like a nice beefy design. I've got a one of the ones I use on a normal save, which is... it's my minor. So, you know... There we go. Why is this not showing? For my freighter being here, I wonder if I've used this for a visit. Oh, it's the racetrack. Oh, I'm not going to be able to land. Actually, if this is here, that means that there's another base. Oh yeah. Yes, this is a slightly different racetrack, which I built quite a while ago. I actually built some of this on stream as well. Let's have some daylight. It still works. This track still works. Although some of the teleporters are a little bit weird, but I mean, you'd expect that. But, yeah. If it wasn't as glitchy with the building, you know. Yeah, yes. If ever we met the auto wrong person. Yes, definitely. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I do have another base in this system, unless I did destroy it to make it sure the racetrack showed up. Look at that. That planet looks like bleeding COVID with all of its spikes on it. Jeez. Did I have... I am sure I had a base on another planet here. I still think we should be able to put a teleporter easily on our ships, even if it's just so we can leave the ship and can't actually go back to it. Sleeping Hollow. I think we might have to have a look at what bases are in this area, because I can't remember. Right, flying back round. Yeah, that is crazy wrong. That weapons fire is definitely janked. I should really change the name of this. Any name suggestions? There we go. Name suggestions for the ship. Actually, the one thing I should do, this should be Euclid that I'm in. Yeah, yes, it is Euclid. So there you go. Birds, sunrise, tree, tent, eclipse, rocket, sunrise, face, galaxy, balloon, galaxy, and scarab beetle. So anyone who did want to check out the racetrack, it's there. I might take it down. I might redo it. I think redo it is probably a good option. But anyone who wants to give it a go and see if you can cope. The teleporters are a bit of an issue. I should have built them slightly differently, but I know better now. I do know better. Oh, never ask Nell for a name. let's come out of there. Actually, I'm wondering. I've seen people build some really cool Corvettes, whether it's the Batmobile or whatever. I wonder if anyone has actually done a giant head. I know people have cheated and used bases. They've used the save editor, and they've taken a base and they've overlaid it onto the most basic of Corvettes to stick the parts to. And I think someone did it was Bender. Yes, Bender from Futurama. So you could basically fly around, and you're right, Nell, I did ask. So it is 100% my fault, because I did indeed ask. Is it Phoenix from Battle of the Planets? Cool. I'm trying to remember the ship. Is that the one that's got the funny front to it? I'm doing a very quick sneaky check here. Hang on. Oh no, it's that one. Right, okay. I don't know why I got it in my head of a different. Who knows? Yeah, I just had a look because I was thinking of a different thing, because I remember another film called Battle of the Planets, and the ship was quite weird. I suppose they're going to have to do it, so. It should just fit. There you go. Yeah, I mean, if there are with the Corvettes, I'll do a test in the creative, just because it's easier. Although this one doesn't actually have, I don't have all the parts, because I don't have the Atlas parts on this save. Which is another reason I look like this instead of the normal head that I do. Originally as well, I went for this head, doing this, because unbeknownst to the person that I was joined by, they didn't realise I was using a different save. And I think it was when creative saves first were joinable with a normal save. I think that's when they did it, if I remember rightly. And of course I walked around the corner looking like this, and yeah. It was done for a joke, and for some reason Creative 2 just looks like this. So, you know. It is what it is. Can you imagine having to wear glasses if your eyes were that big and that far apart? Where would they go? That'd be difficult, because you don't have ears. So glasses, they do have to wear contact lenses, definitely. I've just thought, do I have any creatures on this save? Just for giggles. That's also the wrong button, of course. No, I have 0 animals on this save. Oh, that's not going to work. That is so not going to work then, is it? You know. No creatures available. Yeah, glasses would fall off, definitely. While I was talking, I should have visited and seen if I could have grabbed a couple of animals, but actually, just out of interest, the planet that I'm in orbit of, it is the ringed one, I think. Oh, it has one animal. That's no good. What's the one that's got that's it, that one there. That's that one. That has Oh, that has 14 apparently. That did not have 14 on it when I first went on here. So we've got two. Oh no, that's because that was it. Right. So we've got ourselves a womble, the bug thing, and the parrot. God, it took a while for the textures to load there, didn't it? Oh, there you go. I do have another base in this one. Hang on. Yes. So that's the one that's got the racetrack, which is that one. So we're not in orbit of that one because that's the one that's got the thing. And it's that one. So it's the red. Right. We've got time to go and find out what the other base is. What is the other base I've got? Right, so that's blue. Not that one. Not that one. That's the one there. Oh, there it is. Oh. Oh, it's my remnant base. Right. That was it. But of course it doesn't have the animoods on it, which is a problem. Oh, it's not a space anomaly, it's a trader. One thing, I couldn't even shoot the guy if I wanted to. He's gotten out. But I mean, the whole point of the ship is, of course, that although I mean technically I've got my freighter in here. I've got to say, there we go. We're coming into land. That is freaky being able to do that. I should really sit in the seat a second. There you go. So this is the view we're getting. That's weird. Not bad. Not as bad as it could be, I suppose, but everything is purple. Oh wow. Pulling up did not work. No, pulling up did not work. Okay, so something's not quite right with the flighty bits. I can see the legs wobbling on the thing there. I did put in a height thing on this for giggles. Yes, unfortunately, it is night time. I thought to myself, yes, make one of those height restricted things, so you know you can't drive through unless you're lower than the height of the thing. This one doesn't have the teleport system put onto the thing, but I was just messing around and having a giggle and things like that. Oh, it's that thing. I'm thinking I can hear noises, you know. I hear dead people and all that lot. That's not the case. But, he says, ooh. Oh, it actually sent me in downstairs. Okay. Where's the ladder for the other thing? It's up here, isn't it? Yep, there we go. It's always useful being able to get onto the hull. Fuck. Yeah, okay, that could be a problem, that hole. I might have to put one of those cover pieces on. Because that looks a bit dangerous. I do have a ship that's got a seat sat right at the front, which is game for a giggle. But yes, so that is it for now. I'm going to be disappearing off. On Thursday, we're going to be in Diablo 4. Friday, not sure what I'm going to do. I might get back to some Silent Hill. Could be a bit of Gears of War, depends. And other than that, I will see you again soon. So, ta-ta for now, everyone. Have fun, have a great day, and I will catch you all later. Thanks for being here.